Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. This is the Talkin Shit episode. Take that for what you will. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Dravyn Grimes. We got some things for you here tonight. We got some politics. We got some crazy work stories. And a rival faction needs a little bit of reality check. We'll be right back. How you doing, man?
As of 7:22 p.m., I am no longer an employee of the state of Florida.
Woohoo!
And it's amazing.
Sounds like it.
Listen, I'll be the first to tell you. I had some good coworkers and a couple of good bosses.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck everybody else.
Right? Yep.
Oh. So since I'm no longer a ward of the state, I don't have to keep my mouth shut anymore.
No, you don't. And you got some fucking stories to tell us. Let's hear it. Now, remember, guys. Remember. He worked in a loony bin. All right? Up until today, he worked in a loony bin. Which is obviously the PC term.
It was a mental facility.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you dealt with disturbed people.
I mean, I deal with you on a daily basis, so
even more disturbed
territory.
It's fucking crazy.
You right. Yep. So I dealt with the ones that were officially diagnosed as medically insane or something along those particular lines. Like, they are not right in the head at all. I know I told a couple stories and I said I had to leave some details out. So you may have to refresh my memory on a couple of them, but I remember one you wanted me to talk about. It was the one where it was back when we were doing this show, like early in the fucking morning.
Mm-hmm. We used to do it at 8 a.m.
Yeah. So I messaged you at like 7:30 and I was like, listen, I can't go on this morning. It's not my fucking herpes this time. Actually, it was before we started doing the herpes thing.
Yeah.
And I said, there was an all call at the hospital. I have to get there. It's mandatory, right? And you're like, oh, cool, whatever. And, we talked about it later that day off air. And I gave you some details. But I figured now's a good time as any to come on here and give said details. So whenever there is an escape, it is basically all hands on fucking deck. And what was this? June, July, something like that. It was hot as fuck. I remember that.
Yeah.
At fucking like 7:45 in the morning, it was hot and muggy and nasty and icky. But we had 3 escape. It was a woman and 2 men.
Now you got loonies on the loose. You've got crazies in the wild.
You remember this, don't you? Okay. So we found one of them relatively easily because at the time they were building a elementary school. Let me say this clearly. This fucked up town built an elementary school directly across the street from the loony bin.
That's city planning, motherfucker. That's city planning.
I shit you not. There is an elementary school, grades K through 5, across the street from a fucking asylum that has fucking chomos and murderers and all kinds of fucking nasty people there.
And for
It's a
those of you
fucking
who are,
smorgasbord for these
for
motherfuckers.
those of you who haven't heard chomo before, that's what we call child molesters.
Yeah, fucking chomos. So we find one there behind the school looking for cigarettes. It was the female. Okay?
Okay.
That was easy enough.
Yep.
The second one. Now, around our hospital, I say ours, their hospital, fuck them bitches. Around their hospital is a lot of like swampland and marsh and shit like that. Like a lot of wooded area you have to fucking get through if you don't go through the front fucking gate. Well, this stupid motherfucker decided not to go through the front fucking gate. He decided to fucking try to climb over the fucking fence and bolt back, not realizing directly behind us is hunting grounds. Like some people own the fucking property back there, and it's for hunting. And them motherfuckers are out there shooting their motherfucking guns at 8 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Tuesday.
Going up
And
on
they
a
didn't invite
Tuesday.
me.
The fuck, Dravyn? What did you do?
What the hell happened?
We lost you. The last thing we heard was they were shooting off guns at 8 o'clock in the
What the
morning.
hell happened?
I don't know. You just fell off.
I mean, I bumped my head, but I didn't think I fell off that hard. Fucking. Anyway, we find this motherfucker about 3 hours later in the fucking marsh, like waist fucking deep. Like he's stuck in the fucking shit, right? Like it takes 4 or 5 of us with a fucking nice tug rope to fucking get his ass out. He is stuck. STUK, stuck. Fucking stuck. Like Chuck. So we got 2 of them done. It was about 10:30 when we got him back, and we made sure we hosed that motherfucker off thoroughly. But we still have one loose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got scout party out looking behind it, seeing if the marshes. The dude that got stuck in the marshes, kookier than Cocoa Puffs. Like I don't think he spoke a lick of fucking English, Spanish, French, anything other than jibber jabber.
Mm.
If you listen hard enough, you might hear an English word, one singular English word, and it's usually fuck. So we're trying to fucking find this motherfucker. No fucking luck. Who fucking calls?
Dravyn, come on, dude. Damn, right in the middle of a fucking story. God damn it. I apologize. Sometimes technical difficulties and all that shit. So, my bad. He'll be back in a second. Maybe everything in his house lost its mind.
I don't fucking know.
You don't know? So, alright, just use your phone. Alright.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Is it that obvious?
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold the I'll hold the microphone still. That better?
It doesn't make me feel any better, but
Okay, well,
proceed.
fuck you. Fuck you. So, who calls us? The electronics department manager at fucking Walmart. Now, you've kind of been in my town. You know the exit that I'm off of. The exit before that is the fucking Walmart. So it's a good fucking 4 miles. This motherfucker hitchhiked 4 miles to the Walmart for some rotisserie chicken.
Oh my god.
And was walking around the electronics department eating the rotisserie chicken. Now, unfortunately, I was not a part of said pickup to get this motherfucker. But they did give him the common courtesy enough to let him finish the fucking rotisserie chicken.
Oh, that's
before
nice.
adding a theft charge.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, we ain't gonna pay for that shit.
True.
Fuck that, dude.
True.
So let me be clear, and shit like this happens a lot more than you think it does. It's fucking wild out there. Like some of the people out there are fucking amazing to fucking talk to because they give you so many fucking great ideas to fucking write about or to talk about and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to fucking give them any fucking credit.
Yeah.
And then there's just those nasty fucking, like I said, chomos, murderers, rapists, shit like that. And it's really fucking hard to tell which ones are which unless you like go through their fucking files and read what they do. And for the most part, I did my best not to fucking do that. But a couple times, curiosity killed the fucking cat. And yeah, I wish I didn't in a couple of those because a lot of them, like, I was civil with them. I was kind of friendly with them with a respectable fucking boundary. But after reading that, you just can't like fucking hide the fact that you fucking know now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So there's that. What's another fucking story I was going to tell you?
The dude with the Jesus on the wall.
Oh my god! It wasn't Jesus on the wall.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jesus on the wall. Okay, so let me paint the picture for you, right? We had this kid, and this kid was no more than like 21, 22. I'm not going to put his fucking name out there because I don't want people to fucking find him and do all that shit. He was an all right kid. He just one of those wrong places, wrong times kind of deal.
Mm.
And he got the shit end of the stick for it. But he paid his time, and he's actually out now. He got released.
Okay.
And he's doing quite well from what I've heard.
Good.
But this is about an hour before my shift's up. And he needed me to print off some papers for his class the next day. And I'm, cool, whatever, awesome. And so I print these motherfuckers off, right? And earlier in the day, and this kid came off as like kind of a religious guy. So like he wanted pictures of like Jesus and Buddha. Like he wanted like all these different pictures of different deities, right? So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll do it. And I'm going to put these papers in there. And I guess it's on me because I should have not. But I go in there, and this motherfucker is butt motherfucking naked. Going to fucking town on himself.
Oh my god.
Just a fucking beating that goddamn schlong. Like it owed him fucking money. That motherfucker was choking the goddamn chicken. Mind you, his visual aid was the picture of Jesus on the cross. And he's just fucking going to town on himself with that. Now, mind you, he's not holding this picture. It's up there on the fucking dresser drawer. Because in one hand, he's just going to town, choking that motherfucking chicken. The other one, he's fucking 2 knuckles deep in his ass. Just fucking sprawled out, like fucking looking like he's filming an OnlyFans, just going to fucking town, dude. And he doesn't miss a fucking beat, right? Like he sees me and he just continues on mid fucking stroke, keeps fucking going. So I just drop him and I walk fucking promptly out real fucking quick. And I go sit down. And one of my coworkers is like, "What's wrong?" Is like, So I told him, he's like,
"What's not wrong?"
So I fucking told him, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go see this shit, right?" But by that time, apparently he got done and shit. And he was getting dressed. But he walks out about 30 minutes later, and he's like, "Man, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I should have paid attention more." And I was like, "Listen, you're stuck in here all alone. You got fucking needs. I fucking get it. But why the Jesus picture? It's the closest thing I can see to a woman." It's like, dude, I could have printed you off a fucking picture of a woman. That would not have been a fucking problem. You just made it fucking weird. He's like, okay, well, I'm sorry. And he sticks his fucking hand out to shake my hand.
Ugh.
And it's not the one he was choking the chicken with. And I didn't hear this man go wash his hands.
Yeah.
So I look
rough.
down and I look at him. And I look down again. I throw my finger up like 1 second, right? So I go around there and I get 2 fucking gloves. And I put them both on that motherfucking hand. And I shake his hand. And he's like, what's for the gloves? I was like, I know you didn't wash your hands, man. And he goes, oh, you're right. I'm sorry. And he sticks his hand out again to apologize for that. I was like, no, 1 shake's good enough. We good. Elbow bump.
Oh,
give me a shoulder bump. There we go.
Holy
But
shit.
Yeah, that kid was all right. Like, sometimes you get on my nerves, but
Well,
like,
hold on. That's not even the best part. What did you do for him when he came back?
You bitch. Wait, what the fuck did I do?
You printed out all kinds of different Jesuses.
Oh yeah. I printed out all kinds of fucking deities, like from every fucking religion, and I made sure they're like the all sexual kind, and they had all titties and shit for them. Like the one picture I printed them out that he fucking fell in love with, and I guess I turned him gay for it. Is the CW show Lucifer,
Yeah.
the main actor? I printed one of those shirtless pictures out that he does for like magazines and shit. Oh yeah, that became his favorite real fucking quick.
I bet.
God, mighty.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
God.
Unbelievable.
But the kid's out. And he's doing well from what I was told.
So
yeah,
So I'm gonna give you a second to think about it while we hear from Castel Vodka, but I want to know what the most ridiculous thing you saw while you were there. We'll be back.
Oh.
Vodka evolved. Castel. Indulge in the red revolution.
Thank you, Castel Vodka, for sponsoring the podcast.
I'm only a bottle by the time this is over with.
Yeah. So give us the most ridiculous thing you saw while you were there. And by ridiculous, I mean like just bonkers. Like not like violent, because I want to get to that in a minute, but like just the most crazy shit you saw there.
It involves shit. Quite literal, like feces. You want to go there?
Sure, fuck it.
Okay. So this is one of those days that I got pulled to another ward that wasn't my own. And this one had like a lot of the really mentally disturbed ones. Okay. So let me paint the picture for you. I walked through the fucking door. It's 3 little girls. I mean, they're of age and shit. They work there and stuff. But they're like this, dude, like bean poles. Like one of them legitimately fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like they should not be on a ward like this. And these are all fucking crazy ass women. Like I got put on a women's ward, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the day's going all right. Obviously I don't want to fucking be there. I'm bitching at you the whole fucking time. Find me a fucking reason to go home or whatever. And I said, let me get back with you in a minute. Something's going down. And I never fucking messaged you back for the whole fucking shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never fucking told you what happened because it kind of disturbed me a little bit. So there's these 3 girls. And use the term girls loosely. Biologically, they're female. They were trying to do that whole transition thing.
Okay.
And they just fucked up in the fucking head, like really fucking bad. Like Blair Witch levels of fucking disturbed. But I hear one of the girls screaming because she's getting chased down the hallway, right? One of them is chasing them down the fucking hallway with a fucking handful of shit. Now, mind you, this woman looks like she's been through the fucking bog, like her entire fucking body, which, mind you, has no fucking clothes on, just covered herself in shit. Like fucking body paint, right? Now, mind you, we checked these women 20 minutes beforehand. She was doing her rounds because every half hour you gotta do rounds and shit. Sometimes we do them earlier. So she decided to do it earlier so to transition over so she can take a break. And this little fucking girl looks 12 years old, fucking 5'5", 85 pounds, soaking wet on a bad day, running for fear of her life because this woman who is about fucking 5'9", 180 something pounds, saggy ass motorcycle lady titties, just chasing her down the fucking hallway, screaming, just rambling shit. But you couldn't even fucking make out what she was saying. And she fucking runs right out the fucking door. This bitch quits, right? And goes straight to fucking building 1 and quits that fucking minute. So it leaves me and 2 other girls in there. And they're like, what do we do? What do we do? Like, what the fuck do you mean we do? We fucking call security because fuck this shit. I don't get paid enough to deal with this. Yeah, so I'm on the fucking radio calling for fucking security. And these fucking bitches, because the other 2 come out at this time, and they're all covered in shit. I don't know how they have this much shit in them. And they're fucking shitting in their hands and flinging it at us.
Oh, fuck.
And when they're not flinging it at us, they're eating it.
I'm sorry?
Eating. Consuming feces into their mouths. And sometimes it wasn't even their own shit. They would like reach over, grab somebody else's shit, and eat it. If they're not flinging.
God damn it.
Security fucking runs in there. And this big, burly linebacker looking motherfucker walks in there. Sees what's going on. Is like, nope, I'm out.
Oh, fuck.
Leaves us to fucking deal with this shit. I mean, he doesn't leave, but you know, he's waiting on fucking reinforcements. So we're in there fucking like duck hunt, like dodging fucking bullets. Thank God there was no corn the day before.
Oh, God.
I will say that. But I'm trying to figure out how they sit so fucking much for a good 8 minutes. They're flinging shit at us, right? And they're eating it. And like, this might be before some people's times, but I know you've seen it. Remember 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 3 girls out their fucking minds, flinging it while eating it. And they were not attractive.
Oh, my God.
I mean, at least on the 2 Girls, 1 Cup, the girls were actually attractive before we realized it was not chocolate pudding.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know, man.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Okay.
You've seen the movie The Green Mile, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the scene where they brought the hose in to Billy the Kid?
Yeah.
And they just hosed them? Yeah. Hosed us all fucking down. Hosed us down, hosed the girls down, hosed the fucking wall. Like, it was fucking wild.
That sounds horrible.
It was actually fucking amazing. just from the standpoint of having to sit here and watch these 2 other little girls fucking fight this fire hose strength of a fucking stream without fucking getting knocked the fuck out. Like, they didn't care. They went in.
Damn it.
Yeah, so anyway, they're like, fuck all of you, and just like sprayed every fucking one of us down. And I'm just standing there with it the whole time. Like, I don't fucking care at this point. I'm going home as soon as you're fucking done.
Wow.
So it gets done. I say I'm going home. The supervisor of that ward finally comes over trying to figure out what's going on. Like, where the fuck have you for fucking 15 minutes? Having shit flinged at us and watching them eat their own shit. And then this motherfucker comes in here and says, piss on me, and fucking like sprays me down like I'm fucking Billy the Kid. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm going the fuck home. well, I'm gonna write you up. It's like, you want me to sign it real quick? Sign it, write it up. So she read the motherfucker up in front of me. So what I did is when I went over there and I grabbed one of those fucking pens and I went and found a fucking pile of shit and I fucking scooped that shit and fucking wrote my name in her shit and walked the fuck out.
Oh my god.
That was the most ridiculous one.
What was the funniest?
2 knuckles deep watching a dude beat off to Jesus. That's just like the most over the top thing I've ever fucking witnessed there.
Yeah.
Now, as far as violence and gore,
Yeah.
I'll give you the most recent one. And mind you, there's still a pending investigation, so I still can't say too much, but I can say a lot fucking more now. So it was last fucking week. The day before I went on my fucking vacation for the Alabama show. We're sitting in the nurse's station talking shit, waiting for fucking dinner trays to get there. And next thing you know, we hear, they're fighting. And you just hear one big thud hit the ground. Well, by the time you hear the thud, I'm already out the fucking door trying to see what's going on.
Right.
And this dude is just going to fucking town on this guy's face. Just stomping it and punching it and like just beating the fucking shit. Like he got the shit kicked out of him, right? And who's you? Oh, it was you. So I'm over there getting this guy to back the fuck off while trying to keep this guy from fucking bleeding out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just covered in this guy's blood, trying to get him to fucking stop because he's bleeding from his ear, his eyes, nose, his mouth, like every orifice on his face. He's bleeding out of.
Wow.
While at the same time trying to get this guy to fucking like stop. And it took me fucking getting up and throwing him into a fucking wall for him to fucking snap out of his little fucking frenzy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm covered in blood. I'm getting yelled at by the fucking supervisors. Where's your gloves? Like, gloves? My fucking whole upper torso is fucking soaked in blood. You're worried about fucking gloves right now?
Right.
The man's fucking bleeding. Why didn't you call this? Why didn't you call that? Call them. Try to save this man's life. You know, common sense kind of kicked in. I'm trying to save this man's life, right? So, you know, I got the fucking third degree about not following fucking protocol, but, you know, fuck protocol when I got to choose between this man living and this man dying.
Right.
So I got disciplined for that one, which we'll get into in just a minute. But they finally got the bleeding to stop long enough, right? Got him on the fucking gurney. And for whatever fucking reason, they did not have this man fucking restrained or moved a fucking way. So when he got on the fucking gurney, he's all, you know, latched in and shit. He fucking bolts out the fucking door and punches this motherfucker again in the goddamn face and just starts the whole fucking thing over, right? And by that time, security's there, and they basically just hit him with a badass fucking German. It was fucking gorgeous. And I sincerely believe to this day, and nobody can ever tell me otherwise, that the only reason it was a beautiful fucking German is because the security guard that grabbed him and picked him up slipped in the blood.
Oh.
So he went fucking backwards. And he said, well, you know what? Fuck it. He like threw him over. So there's that. We did the show that night, and like later on afterwards, I told you that he coded, right?
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker's alive.
What?
He's fucking, not only is he alive, he's back on the ward.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like nothing's wrong with him.
He coded and he's back and he's fine.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say fine. Like he looks like fucking, he went 9 rounds with Mike Tyson in the 90s.
Right.
But like, you know, it's like, as far as like psychologically and shit, like nothing's changed. So quote unquote fine.
I mean, yeah, he got beat up bad, so he's got to heal physically, but mentally he's where he was, huh?
Yeah.
It's fucking
And like
insane.
And he's not one of those. Well, yeah, he is insane, but he's one of those insanes where he's so fucking smart.
Right.
Like he's like IQ of 150 something. Like he's not fucking dumb. And we went back and asked him when he got back, do you remember anything? And he's like, no, I don't remember nothing. But everybody said that you were trying to save my life. I was like, yeah, kind of. And he fucking hugged me for it. I was like, I know what you did. Please let me go. The man likes the man like man's butt.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it was a graceful embrace.
Graceful embrace.
Well, at least on his part, it was a graceful embrace. Mine was like, get off me. Fist bumps would be just fine with you. Because you ain't getting this man's butt.
You mentioned you had gotten in trouble for something.
Oh, yeah, I got in trouble for not following protocol. And I basically told the head fucking person of the fucking hospital, you can kiss my fucking ass when it comes to a human being's life, regardless of what they fucking did. Nobody deserved that fucking beating. So if you want to fucking fire me for it, fucking fire me. I promise you, I will have a fucking lawsuit on you like fucking that. He's like, no, we're not doing that. We're just going to have a verbal warning. Don't let it happen again. It's like, if it fucking happens again, I'm going to fucking do the same goddamn thing again. I'm going and warning you now. I'm not going to let another man fucking get beat to fucking death because you want me to follow protocol.
You got that right. Jesus Christ.
Now, as far as the goriness, most foul shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
This was about my third week. And I'm on the ward where like the most demented, violent fucking ones got put. And why they all put them in one little fucking building is beyond me.
Yeah.
But we're handing out trays. This is lunchtime. And it's a similar scenario where they're fighting. But instead of they're fighting, we hear, he's cut open. We run over there, and this motherfucker's intestines hanging out his fucking stomach.
Oh, my God.
It gets worse. He's playing with them.
Oh, fuck.
Legitimately, pulling them out and, playing with them. And, he threw them over his fucking head like a fucking necklace. And,
fuck.
I don't know what to fucking do. Because on one hand, I'm like, do I stuff the shit back in them? And on the other hand, I'm like, I don't have any fucking gloves. I'm fucking green as shit when it comes to this stuff.
How did it get gutted?
He sliced himself open.
Oh, fuck.
Apparently, he was hoarding the lids to the juice containers, which are really thin aluminum. Kind of like how kids' drinks used to be in school.
Sure.
So he was hoarding them, and he made a blade, like a legitimate fucking blade out of this. Like, this motherfucker was intelligent as shit, and he just fucking did it and gutted himself and just started.
How the fuck can you? How can you with the pain? How can you physically do that to yourself like that?
He fucking did it, dude. I went back and watched.
I believe you. That's insane. Can you? It's not even fathomable. It's not even fathomable to be like.
And he's just sitting there playing with it. He's looking at us like, this is fun. He's not registering the fucking pain or the blood loss or anything like that. And fucking security comes in there, and this one dude comes in there and just fucking yaks all over the fucking place. He was not ready for that on this fucking day.
I can't imagine anyone would be ready for that.
But doctors got there. They're fucking queasy as shit, trying to fucking get him to fucking stop instead of grabbing him to fucking stop. They're like, you need to stop. Please stop. That's not good for you. This man has slit himself open. He's not going to fucking respond to you. Talk to a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
And then,
so what happened to him?
The head of security eventually showed up, and he's like, "Stop that shit right fucking now!" And like he just fucking perked up and stopped and like realized what happened, and he started freaking out.
I bet. Holy shit.
Like just another fucking like person came in and was like, "Oh my god!" Like freaked out. And he's like, "I don't want to die. Don't let me die." Like I don't really know whatever fucking happened to him. All I know is like he got sent to fucking Gainesville. Like they didn't even rush him to the local ER. Like they just stuffed him all back up and sent him to Gainesville.
Mm.
Yeah, that
That's
was a hell of a fuck
fucking insane. He needs to be in a padded room, is what he needs
if he lived.
if he lives. Yeah.
Yeah, he never came back to our hospital, so I don't know if he lived or got sent to the one in Gainesville because the one in Gainesville has the padded rooms.
Oh, you
Ours
did?
do not.
Oh, wow.
Like the most we can do is like restraint chairs. Like we don't have like the pretty little jackets that like you hug yourself or anything like that.
Oh, you don't have straight jackets?
No,
What the
no,
fuck?
because we're a step down facility, so technically, you know, we're not supposed to have them.
I
Where the
gotcha.
fuck is my goddamn charger? Give me my charger. Oops. That's not my fucking charger. No, fuck it. But yeah, that is what set my mind of okay. When they say fucking crazy, like Nick Gage on a bad fucking day crazy. Gotcha.
God damn it, man. That's. Whew.
Yeah.
You saw some shit.
And you wonder why I sleep good at night.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. It's been fucking it's been a wild ride for sure.
Wow. Unbelievable.
What else you want to know?
Well, before we move on, hopefully get to some funner stories. Let's
Dude, beating off to Jesus. Come on now.
let's do hear from BetterHelp. We haven't heard from BetterHelp in a while.
I need some better help.
Yeah. Let's be real for a minute. Dravyn and I have been in the ring with some of the toughest men on the planet. We've had injury after injury that you can't even believe, but nothing will take you out of action faster than not taking care of your mental health. Now, with our sponsorship, betterhelp.com/healshit, you will get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp. Dravyn, tell them about BetterHelp.
It's really quite simple. All you got to do to get started is just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp.com can help you match with the right therapist from their network. You can then talk to thousands of therapists that you feel comfortable with, whether it's text, chat, or video call. You can message the therapist at any time, any day. You can also schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. If your therapist isn't available right away for whatever reason it may be, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality that you expect from an in-office therapist, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more schedule flexibility, and more affordable price. Like he said before, go to betterhelp.com. That is betterhelp, HELP.com/stillshit and get 10% off your first month. It's really one of the best things you can do for your mental health, my guy.
Absolutely. It's so easy. Download the app, you go on, you answer some questions, they link you up with the perfect therapist for you. Look, we're wrestlers, I've been a fighter, we are tough guys. But please don't let the thinking that you're a tough guy stop you from taking care of your mental health. BetterHelp.com/healshit for 10% off your first month. Stay sharp, stay level headed, and you can do anything.
And we thank betterhelp.com for sponsoring this network.
Absolutely. Holy fucking shit, I didn't have my mic on that entire time.
Gayness. Thy name is Dark Cordz.
Jesus fucking Christ. Sitting here like, how come nobody... Jesus. Before we get going again...
running the fucking BetterHelp Guild.
Before we get better again. Before we get going again... Jesus Christ. This has turned into an LCCW show.
Fuck you, I used to book them.
And it was awesome when you did.
Okay.
Before we get going, if you haven't already, please hit that follow button. It really helps us out. Check out the panels on the streaming services. Got links to the merch, to all that good stuff, all our social media. And all right, so we covered the most insane shit, the most gory shit, the most anything that was straight up scary.
First off, what is your take on paranormal experiences?
I find them fascinating. I'm not, I don't have an opinion one way or the other whether they're real or not. But
okay,
they intrigue me.
Okay, well, fuck you. I thoroughly believe. I believe before this happened. But this is like...
Hey, my mom does. A lot of people do. It's not a diss on any of y'all. I'm just not... I'm not...
I'm just saying. Before it happened, I fucking thoroughly believed in it. But after this... excuse me. Yeah, there will be no fucking way for you to ever change my mind.
Okay.
So... remember when that hurricane came through back in September? The really bad one. I eventually had the tree fall into my house.
Right.
Okay, so the night before it came through, they do this thing where they allow you to come sleep on fucking campus, stay the night, whatever, and you're on the clock from the time you get there till the time you leave. You could be there for fucking 12 hours. You could be there for 36 hours. You could be there for 50 hours, right? And as long as you're there, whether you're working on the wards or you're quote unquote off, sleeping or whatever, you're on the fucking clock. So, I took them up on it because I thought it was like a 2-3 day deal, right?
Right.
I was like, fuck yeah, dude, all that fucking overtime? Shit. Yeah, no, that overtime didn't fucking come. Thank you, big ass tree in my fucking house. But the night that I went up there to stay the night, the building that my ward's in was the old fucking building that they did all the fucking lobotomies.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And me and a couple of people got together and was like, you know what? We can't fucking sleep. This fucking one's horrible. Let's just go fucking explore the fucking halls. We have the fucking keys to the place. Why the fuck not? We just never have fucking time when we're working.
Absolutely.
So we jump over to where we later found out was the fucking morgue. Like the whole fucking wing was just one big giant ass fucking morgue. So one level was lobotomies, one level was medical, top floor is fucking morgue. So it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And we're all up there with just our fucking flashlights off our phones. And not a damn one of us thought about charging our shit before we fucking went up there. Now, the electricity on that particular floor has been turned off for a while. They're doing renovations. Now, mind you, this hasn't been a morgue for like fucking 40, 50 years or some shit. Like, it was the old fucking morgue.
Okay.
Now, what they consider a morgue is like maybe the size of a fucking child's bedroom. Has one fucking freezer for
jeez.
3 bodies. That's it. You know, there's not a lot of fucking deaths.
Right.
Surprisingly, that hospital anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But we're up there and we're fucking exploring. We're like, let's all fucking split up. So 2 of them went that way and the 3 of us went this way. Well, the 2 that I was with were a fucking couple. And they've been drinking. And you know, when couples are drinking and they're in a new place, they want to fuck in it.
Yep.
So they went off and did their own fucking thing. Just left me fucking high and dry in the middle of a fucking dark ass fucking corridor.
Jesus.
And you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. You know, I know my fucking way back and all this shit. So I'm walking and I turn and I thought it was them right behind us. Or I say us right behind me. And I turn and there's just fucking like, it looks like them at the end of the fucking hall. Right? Like, same build, same whatever. It was dark as fuck, so you couldn't see anything. It's just a shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm like, dude, fucking come on. I know you're a quickie's a quickie. Y'all good. Let's go. And you start hearing the fucking footsteps and shit. We're like, that's not their fucking shoes. It sounds like fucking tap shoes on the fucking tile floor.
Hmm.
Like that kind of sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there going, that's not fucking right. So I'm gonna turn my fucking happy ass around and keep on fucking walking. And as I'm walking, I hear him getting a little faster. And I turn around and they're fucking gone.
Hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I turn back around and they right fucking there in front of me. Fucking just straight fucking shadows right in front of me. One's fucking reaching out. Now, what do you think my fucking reaction was?
Scream like a girl?
No.
Then I have no idea.
Scream like I'm dying and went to fucking swing on 2 fucking shadow people. Yes. Like, I thought I was dead. So I'm gonna fucking fight. And by that time, at the end of the fucking corridor, the 2 that fucking went off and fucked were like coming up running, like, what's going on? I'm over there fucking like swinging, like I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna fucking live. And I'm fucking swinging, right? And they finally get there and like it's fucking over with. But I swear to God, that motherfucker grabbed me. And when I say grab me, like in a fucking threatening manner. Like I fucking felt it. Like we went downstairs and looked. I had a fucking massive fucking red mark on my right here on my fucking shoulder muscle.
Jesus.
And it was one of those like, no pun intended, malicious fucking intent.
Well, damn, man.
Shut up. Shut up.
What'd you say?
My roommate.
Your roommate.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm going to friend's house.
It's his
Yours?
wife.
Shut up! It is. God.
Just go get laid.
I don't know if I'll be back before work tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to be, but I doubt it.
Okay, just go get laid.
That's the plan.
Okay. Do it for me.
Who's that?
My roommate. Oh, I'll tell you about that later. But yeah. And when we all got back together, they saw similar. The other 2 that went off, besides the 3 of us,
Really?
they had similar experiences, but they just fucking ran. So I'd like to think I went fucking rounds with a fucking ghost and won.
You came out alive. Not quite unscathed. You came out alive and they didn't, motherfucker.
That's right. That's right. But that is just, that's up there. Like the weirdest shit that's ever fucking happened to me.
Oh man. See, if I experienced something like that, then I would believe. But you're the closest person that I trust to have a story like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom swears that when she was a kid, she saw a ghost in her bedroom, but I don't trust those memories.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Like, yes, I've had those kind of experiences before, and like even then, like logic tries to jump in. Like, okay, did I really fucking see that, or am I
Yeah.
just fucking tired, or whatever? But dude, I legitimately fucking boxed a goddamn ghost. Okay, there's no other fucking way to fucking describe what
Did you
happened.
hit him with the boomstick?
I hit him with something. He fucking hurt me, and I went to fucking town.
Jesus.
Like
Man.
it was a like if you're in a fucking battle, like at a fucking war, and like you're gonna fucking die, and you're like taking your last stand, that was that kind of scream. Like it was fear, but it was fucking adrenaline and anger and all kinds of fucking emotion.
Yeah, man. No, that's
I didn't know if I was gonna fucking live. Like I've never like had that
yeah.
kind of fucking experience before. Like
Right. Yeah, no,
yes,
that's
I've seen orbs and like yeah, I can say I've like seen a ghost in a house or some shit like that, even though like half the time my mind's like, did I really though?
right.
Like this one's like fucking undeniable.
Yeah, I hope I never experience anything like that, but that would definitely make me a believer for sure.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh, yeah,
Christ.
no. And like I said, like that massive fucking like red mark
Hmm.
fucking ended up bruising later that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's fucking insanity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the next day a tree fell in my house. So I did not get to experience it again. And I don't think I ever want to again.
Yeah.
Like I'll go on fucking ghost hunts in like insane asylums and like old haunted jails and shit like that. I have no problem doing that shit. But they something in that fucking hospital. And whatever the fuck it is a very violent, very evil fucking entity.
So is this a part of the hospital that people don't go to now?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, it's under fucking renovations. It's been under renovations for about a year and a half now because it had some water damage.
Okay.
The roof started leaking. Like the building is like it was there when the whole hospital was built.
Well,
So
what
it's
are
one
they
of the
going to
old.
do with it? Because, like you said, they don't need lobotomy rooms
They're
anymore.
no, they're turning it into another living ward.
Okay.
I guess who's not going to be on that goddamn living ward? No fucking sir.
Yo, that's
But
crazy.
I'm telling you, they going to turn that bitch into a fucking living ward. They're going to put some people up there, and they're going to have a lot of fucking sleepless nights.
Wow. I'm gonna
So
be
yeah,
very confused.
I'm not confused.
No,
I'm
they
no
will
longer
be.
employed there. Oh yeah, if they're not already
Crazy people
haunted.
being like poked by a polter. Yeah. Feeling kind of geisty up in there.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
So yeah, that's the weirdest, and weirdly enough, the most violent fucking encounter I've ever had there.
Was that the only time you felt that your life was in danger while you were there?
Surprisingly, yes. Like any other time, I felt like the situation was kind of under control.
Yeah.
Like, I got prior fucking training with martial arts,
Sure.
and ex-military training, shit like that.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm not a Ghostbuster. Okay, like
But you
I don't.
came, you saw it, and you kicked its ass. That's my favorite line from that movie. We came, we saw it, we kicked its ass.
Look, I don't care what anybody says. Anything other than the original two fucking Ghostbuster films are dog shit. The first two are fucking cult classics.
No, those are classics. And I actually liked the newest one with
Afterlife?
yeah, with the Stranger Things kid.
The only reason I even watched that is because I heard about the fucking end of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of shocked to see those guys back.
Yeah, all four, considering one's dead. Hey, they did it well though. I will say that they did the end of that movie well, and I actually teared up watching it.
Yeah. No, it was a sad moment and an otherwise really fun and funny movie, I thought.
I don't think it was really, like, it was a very peaceful moment though. Like everybody had their chance to say goodbye to the character.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it was sad.
Yeah. Well, emotional.
It was just like boxing a fucking shadow person. Yeah. Oh, I should get a belt made for that.
Hell yeah. What is
Just
it?
go up there.
Inter-realm champion. Interplane champion.
I am the chosen one.
Interdimension. I don't know what you would call it. But yeah.
I was going there with a Ricky Morty belt. Fuck it.
So do you have one more moment that sticks out before we say it goodnight?
No, I think we can put that one to bed. I enjoyed most of my time there. Of course, there was times I didn't. I met a lot of good people there. Hopefully, those friendships will fucking actually last more than a couple weeks after I fucking quit. But yeah, on to bigger and more financial things.
That's about what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, so what you want to talk about? I've been talking my fucking ass off for the last hour.
That's okay.
I know there's one thing you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Or you want to save that for when Pub's here?
No, fuck it. I mean, because the show's this weekend, and that's the subject matter.
Okay.
So
we're still gonna bring it up the thump though. We're still gonna bring it up the thump next week.
Yeah, we are. So there's a faction in Northeast Florida called DWI. It's Dylan Wheeler Incorporated or something.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of real cocksuckers on that team in that faction. And one of them saw Dravyn at a festival in his town.
Yes.
And
I wouldn't really call him a cocksucker though. Like he's the one out of everybody I actually get along with.
Right. Well, he sounds like a cocksucker with what he did during this conversation.
It was a very brief conversation.
But
like 10 minutes.
Ran into him at a festival. Now, I should preface this by saying that me and Dravyn are working a match this weekend in I don't know if you call it a big show, but it's a
pretty decent sized show.
A good sized show for Northeast Florida. So knowing that, he met up with Dravyn, and he was like, how did y'all get a spot on that show ahead of us? Like, obviously, I'm adding real bitchy voice inflection to that, but that's essentially what he says.
That's how you're taking it. Like, let me make this clear. It's not like he just walked up and was like, you're on that show. How did you get ahead of us? Like, no, like we sat there and was talking about the show that they're doing this coming up weekend here in my hometown. And they asked, if anything's been new with us. I was like, well, actually, yeah, like we're back to steady bookings. We're working this company, and we're working this show this weekend. And he's like, you're working that show? How did you get that booking ahead of us? Like, he didn't say it like very maliciously, but like it was one of those deals where you could tell he was offended.
Right.
And, I was just like, I mean, we're the current fucking Adrenaline Tag champs. They wanted those belts on the fucking show. So, 2 and 2 equals fucking 4 here, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not just going to give our fucking belts to fucking somebody else and let them defend the titles.
Right.
So, I mean, we've been fucking getting over in multiple fucking promotions. And, we got fucking Adrenaline Tag belts. We got the WWE Tag belts. More than likely, we'll have the RCPW tag belts here soon enough. So, like, TFK's fucking going places just with me and Dark.
Yeah.
And that's not including fucking Rip working multiple fucking times every fucking weekend with his inner city championship.
Yeah,
Which the dude needs
he's
to
the
learn.
workhorse.
He is, but that shit last week was fucking scary as shit with him.
Yeah.
He's got to fucking calm his shit down some.
Yeah.
And by him, I mean Rip. Because for those of you who don't know, he was actually put in the hospital last week contracting pneumonia. And part of that was his fucking vapes, which I've been on his ass for a year to fucking get rid of. But the other thing was he just works himself into the fucking ground. If he's not working a shoot job, he's working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday wrestling. Like, he does not take a fucking day off.
Right.
And, I guess it just finally caught up to him.
And he wrestles so often because he legitimately loves it. Like,
yes,
it's like he considers that a day off, even though it's hard on his body, and he doesn't realize that.
Yes. I mean, he's been doing this shit since he was fucking 16, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember the fucking story? Me and him were both at WrestleMania 24, and we just didn't fucking know it.
Yeah.
Like, shit fucking runs deep with all three of us. But yeah, getting back to the conversation at hand, I told them that, they want the adrenaline tag belts on the fucking line. And, they paid us money. We're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that, you said that, but I've only ever seen you get booked with DCCW and Champ 7. I don't ever see them get booked anywhere else. I see his tag team partner gets booked in single shit.
Right.
Here and there. Like, they have another fucking little, and for him to get booked in other places, he had to go be another fucking part of another faction.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, if you're a part of a fucking group and you gotta go be a part of another fucking group to get booking somewhere else, that's kind of a fucking issue. That should tell you something about your fucking faction that you're in now.
Good.
And again, no disrespect to any of them. Dylan, Nick, or Nino. They're all fucking good in their own way. But sometimes you got to learn to fucking piss off some people and fucking branch out on your own. And by pissing people off, I mean, like, don't keep staying with the same two fucking bookers.
Right.
Because here's the deal. With DCCW, the Penders, I've known them since day fucking one of DCCW. I've known them since before that when it was CWA and Stark. I've known them a good fucking decade.
Yeah.
But the only issue, and it's something I've said to them and something a lot of people said to them, you're trying to adhere to a certain stereotype in this town, and it's the real churchy, religious people, which is fine because, DCCW was Destiny Christian Championship Wrestling before they changed the name because they got some backlash from that. And, they still do like a lot of the preaching stuff, and, they have preachers come out and, give testimony during intermission or whatever, which is fine if that's your thing. But my problem, and it's what, I talked to you about yesterday. We were offered to come in, 6-7 months ago. But then I hear a little while ago, and this like a little while ago is like maybe a month or so ago, that they don't want us as a group there because our gimmick is just a little too dark. Which is weird because Steve's known me basically my entire career, and he knows the fucking gimmicks that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what were you gonna do? Like, just have us go out there and lose every fucking match? That, first off, no.
Yeah, no.
We don't have problem losing. We really don't. It's just got to make sense. We're not just going to lay down to fucking lay down. Just like we're not going to win just to fucking win.
Right.
Either way, it's got to fucking make sense. But because of that, I did some research on it. I talked to a few people. There's another guy who does an Outlander. Well, I say Outlander. You see the movie Mad Max?
Yeah, Mad Max.
Yeah, he does like that kind of Outlander fucking gimmick. And he asked me not to put his name out there, so I'm gonna respect that.
Yeah.
But he does this gimmick, and he has his own little group and shit, kind of like we do. And because a few of their close friends said that it scared them, and they don't really appreciate that kind of characters on the show, they don't book him anymore. They don't book the group anymore. And he's a phenomenal fucking worker. He's worked all over fucking Florida, Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas. He's a big fucking name.
Mm.
And I also found out recently, and it's fucking Effie, so everybody knows fucking Effie. I don't give a shit. Effie, when he was first starting out in 2014, 2015, 2016, he was getting booked with DCCW a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was getting built up to be their main guy once the heel champion actually dropped the belt. But when he like really fucking came out, with his sexuality, and was like, this is me, this is who I am, like it or fucking lump it.
Yep.
The same fucking people got into their ears and like, well, we don't think that a gay wrestler really fits in with your shows. And we really don't want a gay wrestler to wrestle around our children.
Jesus.
And I heard that, and I'm like, hold on. You don't want a gay half-naked man to go roll around with another half-naked man. But if he's fucking straight, it's okay.
Right.
Like, that makes no fucking sense. So it's them trying to adhere to a certain caliber of audience in this town,
Right.
which is why they'll get the same fucking 80 to 100 people. Which, I mean, let's be real. 80 to 100 people in this small town is a huge fucking feat.
Yeah.
But they're not going to grow the fucking brand anymore. And I think they're comfortable with that after.
Oh, that's wonderful, Dravyn.
And they're okay with that. And if they're okay with that, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But don't sit there and, say we're going to bring us in and then tell us, the gimmick that we portrayed isn't fucking what y'all want.
Right.
So, I mean, we're going to bring this up to Thump next week anyway, because I want his opinion on it. But going back to the original conversation, dude, you gotta learn to step on some fucking toes.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
like, the booker and the fucking promoter for that show reached out to us. It's not like we reached out to them. They reached out to us and like, hey, can we put those tag belts on our show? Can you defend them? And we're like, yeah, sure. Here's our fee. And they agreed to our fucking fee.
And I was a little hyperbolic with my description. Nick is not a dickhead.
No, he's actually really good guy.
He seems to be a decent dude, but that kind of comment just is shitty to me. It's like, how did you get it over us? Like, I can tell you if you really want me to.
No, I think we'll leave it at that. I think when we bring it up to Thump will have more than enough to fucking say.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, this was fun, man. It was story time with Dravyn Grimes, baby.
Baby. Dude, we got through a whole show of talking shit without politics.
Yeah, it didn't fit this show because we were actually enjoying it. Like, the things that the shit that I was gonna say about politics tonight pisses me off.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Whenever you and Thump get into politics, I just fucking sit back and just turn my mic off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really follow politics. Like if it involves me on a personal fucking level, that's one thing.
Sure. And
like
not everybody
with the Hamas,
does.
like with the Hamas thing, like, yeah, I thoroughly fucking agree with everything y'all say. Like, they're a fucking cancer to this fucking world and they need to be fucking exterminated. There's no other way to fucking put it. But if y'all talking like fucking Democrat, Republic bullshit like y'all do sometimes, like, let me know when we're talking about shit I know.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody does, but this show was kind of set aside to talk about non-wrestling, so...
Actually, this show was originally intended for us to start talking about fucking road stories. And we
That's
just
true.
never got that far in life.
That's true.
We just started talking shit and like it just turned into this.
Well, it was natural then.
It was.
It
It was very organic.
organic, as they say. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still with us and you haven't, please hit that follow button. That really helps us out. And we will see you next time. For Dravyn Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.